Hello and welcome to our first session of CEO's Compass, a new series where you will get the opportunity to hear directly from our MD and CEO, Mr. Vedyanathan Sir, on key themes of the bank that drive its journey and vision. This series will offer insights into our various strategies and principles that guide the direction of a bank, coming straight to you from our MD and CEO's desk. And today's theme is a very special one, and it is close to all of our hearts. It's customer experience. My name is Swati Bhalla and I head the Digital Transformation COE of Customer Experience Department, and I'm honored to be a part of the first session of CEO's Compass today. So without further ado, let's welcome our MD and CEO, Mr. Vedyanathan Sir, and join him on this journey. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Swati, nice to see you.
So good to see you, sir.
Thank
and
you.
welcome to our contact center.
Thank you. Wow, looks so beautiful.
So you met our team today. How was the meeting today?
Well, it is really beautiful because I think teams have done a lot of work.
Yes.
I really appreciate the work because we are putting this theory that we want to be the world's most customer-friendly bank. It's a very tall order to expect.
Yeah.
So it got to think of technology, for processes, for empowerment, for culture, everything.
Yeah.
So today we discuss all of that.
Wow. So you customer-friendly bank. This is the mission that we have today, right? So out of so many themes, what made you pick this mission to be the focal point for our bank?
First of all, before I answer that,
Yes.
wow, this looks really so beautiful.
Yes.
So this is our training center?
So this is our training center. So all our new agents come through the training here, and we have a fantastic training team who does all these sessions.
Superb.
We also have MAD, which is making a difference. So we also ask for a lot of ideas from our agents.
Awesome. Too
And
good.
we have a lot of enhancements that come through that.
Yeah.
So it's a
Awesome.
fantastic program we're running.
This is too good. So what is the question?
Yes, sir. So I was asking our mission of the
Mission.
bank. Yes.
Yeah, mission. How we came as customer friendliness as a theme.
Yes.
Well, we're a new bank. We're like maybe 7 or 8 years old. And of that last 5 years, we've seen really turbocharge in terms of growth and progress at the bank.
Yeah.
So in early stage, what culture we set makes a big difference for the future of the bank.
Okay.
So which is why, if we say, for example, we want to, if we put pressure on our people to say sell insurance, then that will become the culture.
Correct.
If we say that we need profitability within 6 months of opening a branch, that will become the culture.
Got it.
So whatever culture we set at this stage will become hard to correct later, which is why we've taken the softer element of service. And if we are known for customer service and customer experiences will be better with us, and we'll have we'll have millions of happy customers who will spread more happiness around. And it'll rub on our brand and all that.
Yes. And sir, how do we train this culture and embed them into our agents' everyday way of working?
Well, the way it works is that, or it'll work is that, if you notice all our employees sitting here and taking calls of customers, etc. First of all, I'm very happy to see that it's running so silent and people are doing the job well.
Yes.
Coming back to this, so if you see all these people, inherently people are friendly.
Yes.
Inherently people want to connect with their customers. Inherently people want to have a pleasant conversation with customers. Inherently.
Yeah.
It is our responsibility to give them good empowerment, good systems, so that they can bring out their innate pleasantness when they're dealing with customers.
Sir, how would empowerment help you?
Empowerment is the key thing, actually. It's a very key thing because when they're talking to a customer or having any interaction, they want to be in a position to conclude a conversation. And for example, right now we're talking of the concept of the first contact closure.
I remember, sir, you spoke about this in our customer service.
Yes, first contact closure. What is first contact closure? When you're interacting with a customer, on the first attempt, you want to close it. You don't want to say, I'll come back. You don't want to say, okay, I'll pass, my backend will pass the entries. I'm having that is not effective because customer will always be anxious. Customer will always call you a second time to say, has it happened or not happened?
Correct.
Waste of our money, waste of customer's time. So first contact closure is that we should empower our people to say, okay, it's done. Pass the entry. Check your record right now, it's done.
Yeah.
That will make huge difference. And for that, as we were discussing today, we need to keep engineering our processes for that.
Which means even our systems have to evolve to support this empowerment and this customer service friendly mission.
Systems, that's a very key point actually. Even our systems, for example, on an earlier occasion when I had come here, for 3 items, they were logging for 3 systems. If the customer has a savings account, log in here. Customer credit card, log in here. Customer needs something. Now, there was nothing that was bringing it all together into a single screen. I think now the new project that you're rolling out, which hopefully will go out soon. When is it coming out?
Sir, it's now it's in production sanity. So next week we're going live.
It's going live.
Yes.
So our people can then see in a single screen.
Yes.
And then you'll have much quality conversation with the customer.
Wow. So coming back to the culture point, so while we spoke about being friendly, how do we embed this culture at a product level and a product design thinking level?
See, design is frankly the most important thing. You see any problem we recognize these days. Today we saw some 30 or 40 kind of queries customers are calling the center for.
Yeah.
And if you go back and touch the root of every one of them, design is the issue. Every one of them. So, for example, if the customer says, I didn't get my voucher, while you promised me a voucher for doing a particular activity. Now, the design has not been built in such a way that you actually give it. Then customers to call you and then waste of time, money for everybody.
Correct.
So, every one of them, design is the root of it.
And how do we embed that kind of thinking at a product manager's level or at our...
In fact, that's where the root is actually, to be honest, because if you see, the kind of queries that are coming here, for example, if you debited a customer for, say, non-maintenance of balances.
Correct.
Now, well, the processes of debiting customer for non-maintenance of balances has been going on forever. But in our process, what we're doing is we are wanting to inform the customer 30 days or 60 days in advance and see that you're not keeping adequate money. If you don't do this, end of this month, I'll have to debit you some balances. So because our joy is not debiting the customer for not keeping balances. Our joy is the customer keeping balances. So to proactively communicate to customer is a design thing, and that design thing we have to enable in every product manager to think for the customer.
Correct.
And they should know that if they don't do the design job well, sure as hell, when the product is launched to the customer experience some trouble.
Yes.
They'll call the call center. If you're not adequately staffed, customer have to wait.
Correct.
It's a waste of our time. Waste of customer's time. And then we'll pick it up. Customer will be irritated. So all these things can be avoided if only the design was right.
Correct. So that's a very good point, sir. So we also have our self-service platforms. We have our banking app, we have ATMs. So how can our self-service platforms also enhance in their capabilities to support this product design?
I can almost bet anything that every problem root cause is design. We talked about it. But if for any reason, despite the best efforts of design, the customer has to call. Something has gone wrong. Now, instead of calling, we need to deliver everything on the app. Because if something is not right, the same example of the voucher, or the same example of something, customer should be able to come. A customer wants, let me say, a statement of account for 3 months.
Yes.
Such things people are calling the call center.
Correct.
Why? Right? Customer can come to the app now, press the button, go to the date of savings account, the gate of savings account, and click that gate and go inside and access it. So every single thing, I think you and your team are working on right now, Ashish and the team and Pradeep and everybody, of developing this capability for giving all the services on the app itself so that customers can consume things on the app itself.
Wow, that's wonderful, sir. So now Ashish is also here. He's the head of customer experience.
How are you? Nice to see you.
So, sir, we'd like to continue our questions here.
Yes, Ashish, what do you have in mind?
So my thought often goes back to one of your direction of moving from FCR to FCC, and that's a unique concept that we came across.
We talked about it a moment ago while walking with Swati, but I'll explain again. Basically, the way we see is that when customers are either writing by email to our desk or when customers are calling the center, we have a tendency or we have a process to tell the customer that we have noted your query, and then we say we'll come back to you in 2 days. If it's an email, we send an auto response saying that we received it, we will come back to you, or we will come back to you in 24 hours or 48 hours. It may be okay, but it's not effective, because in the interim of resolution, what is going on? You're writing to the product manager or to the business team. Business team is taking a decision. Then business team is coming back and then passing it to operations. Operations passing an entry. Then information comes back to you, and then you're informing the customer. It's happening on the system, but still all this is happening. So in the first contact closure, we want our person to say, we don't want all these things. We just want to pick up the call and say, you want this done? It's done. I passed the entry. I want to just, since our employees are listening to the program and our branches are listening to the program, I want to say this to everybody that we don't want first contact resolution as in response. It's not a resolution. We want closure. Be empowered, have the access to the system, pass the entry. And along the time, now go back. If you want to learn something from it, go back and learn it so that it fixes the root cause.
So going by the resolution theme, you had visited the contact center and you realized that we get around 70,000 calls related to AM billion. And I'm told that you took a call then saying that we would not charge, and that helped us basically to reduce around 70,000 calls. Right? I and everyone wanted to understand how do you come up with.
It's not about my coming up or anything like that. Basically, if it's about having enabling and encouraging all our transformation teams and product teams to think like this, because one person thinking is not enough for the organization, right? Everybody has to think like this. So what was that example? We came here that day. We were getting a certain number of calls. So we were going to listen, okay, why are customers calling us? So one of the biggest item was that customers were calling the bank for non-maintenance of balances. Okay. Now, I asked them why. The team said, okay, this is the reason why, because people didn't get balance. So we said, on cutting deeper, we came to know that people with zero balance, our bank was putting a lien of 250 rupees in the account. So when the customers brought money, suppose the customer brought 10,000 rupees, we swept away 250 rupees. Now customer balance become 9,750. Now customer is given a debit instruction for clearing a check with another bank. Now that check has bounced. Now customer thought I put 10,000 to clear an EMI of 10,000, but you swept away 250 and my check bounced. Now in that example, SBI or ICICI Bank would have put a check bounce charge to the customer. So we felt that though legally we were right in putting a lien, we just felt it led to a lot of customer inconvenience for our customers. So we, in one stroke, we said no more lien, debit. If there's money, we'll take it. If there's no money, we'll not put a lien.
Sir, I'm just catching up on one phrase that you use, that everyone should think about customer. And I often hear you saying urgency. I often hear you saying that customer centricity should be a part of our DNA.
No, I'll pick urgency for a second. So for example, sometimes I do find that our teams are responsive, right? But you forward them a query, or suppose a customer written here. It may feel okay to you कि यार अभी लेटर आया, ठीक है, 2 दिन में जवाब दे दूंगा, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? और you feel कि ठीक है, I have done auto response. Now your internal machine is moving. Now it may be taking 3 days. In your mind, 3 days is okay. Where's the urgency? Where's the urgency? Urgency should be अभी करता हूँ और अभी करते हो. So that is the urgency I want people to have.
Right. And so you often use this phrase that customer centricity should be in our DNA.
Yeah, that is also true. The thing is that we want this whole theme. If it is in the DNA, everybody will work towards it. For example, I was at one of the hotels the other day, and by chance a glass like this, it fell off my hand, and it broke like this. Okay, but it actually broke.
So it's a good example.
So now I called the incidentally, and I called the well, unfortunately, folks, it broke. So it broke, and I called the front desk or reception and said, something broke by chance. And what the lady who picked up the call, the first thing she told me was, I told her it's something has fallen, glass is broken. So she could have easily told me that okay, I'll send someone over. But you know what she asked me? She said, "Oh, really? Are you okay? Are you hurt?" So this is not in any script. It's coming from within.
That is DNA.
So, sir, you have a WhatsApp group with all the senior leaders of CX, and I also noticed that in our CSMC review, you actually got emails of customers and you read each and every one of them. And even in our WhatsApp group, you track all metrics of number of calls that came in, how many closures did we do within the same day. So, do you really get this involved in each and every customer issue?
No, no. See, the thing is that really can't. We
Yeah.
can't get involved in every customer issue. So that's why we run a large center.
Yeah.
It's not possible for any CEO to get involved in every issue. But I do believe that small instances tell a story.
Yes.
If, for example, I saw one mail the other day from a customer who was working with the customs and who said that, listen, I owe you 20,000 rupees. I am behind. I want to clear my civil record. I want to pay 20,000 rupees. Please tell me, some detail on how much to pay or, which account to pay, something like that. And our bank's response is, first of all, our response went to the auto response saying, we'll come back to you in 24 hours. Then after 24 hours, we sent a response saying that, please give me your identity, give me your name, give me your date of birth, give me this, give me that. Now customers responding, then response. I said, I was very upset. I said, what rubbish.
Yeah.
Right. So when you read that, then finally I forward the customer of course forwarded to me and I sent it to one of you people. But the point I learned is that then this is a systemic issue. Then it would happen for this customer. It would happen to 1,000 of them.
Correct.
So the reason I read instances is that I get to either generalize it or learn from it or fix the core issue. In fact, that's how we started the transformation team.
Yes.
And we said we started transformation team here. What rubbish? How can we send an email? Right? So when the customer wrote to you saying that I want to pay, okay, thank you very much. This is your account, pay me the money. Khatam ho gayi baat.
Yes. But sir, I know there are many such examples, but what really upsets you when you go through our services yourself? Because I know that you call our call centers, you visit the branches to experience what our end customers are experiencing. So how can we
Here,
make that better?
I'll tell you one such experience actually. Okay, so one of my friends forwarded me, one such a mail. So again by email. Email is not an efficient channel,
Yes.
but still for whatever it is, they do right. Customers do right. So our team had, there was a query. Instead of resolving that query, we sent 30% of the times giving some general stuff, words, this one bank, we are a great bank, this, that, etc. We try to offer good services. Faltu mein we spent 2 paras. Then in that matter, when you had to address the issue, we addressed it somehow. Then closing comment again with long set of disclaimers. I find it useless. But customers come to you. It's like, for example, you call the hotel center for some time, right?
Yeah.
You call them. And then you call them saying that, please connect me to housekeeping. Khatam ho gayi baat. They should say, thank you, good morning, transferring, baat khatam ho gayi. No, I am this, etc. I am Swati, etc. I'm here to help you. Good morning, how can I help you? You get the point.
Yeah.
So therefore, to be crisp with customers is something that is important. And I learned some of these things only from these interactions.
But sir, your passion and drive is very inspiring and very infectious. So where do you get this drive to just work with all the customers and solve?
No. The thing is about, I feel that to build a bank is a great privilege for all of us, for you, and for all of us. And we are going to build this only once in a lifetime.
Yes.
So we might as well make something which will get so much of goodwill, so much of blessings from people. And actually, it's not about interaction. We spend so much time talking about first contact resolution, first contact closure, and quality of interaction. We spend so much time discussing all this.
Correct.
But actually, the issue is in the design. We discussed that.
Yes.
So, for example, our fetish is that to put out such wonderful products that customers enjoy consuming from you.
Yeah.
So, our savings account is something special. So many features, monthly interest credit, zero fees, right? And so many other features. Our credit card is so special. Our our FASTag is so special. So every product will have something special in it. I think some joy in it. So when you created a bank in society, maybe 5, 8, 10 years from now, anybody who touched this bank would have felt, yeah, wow, what a bank.
Perfect. Sir, October is a very special month for CX because we have the World CX Day, which happens in October, and we celebrate the whole customer service and customer experience as a service and as a team, right? So any message you want to leave for our viewers on how we can build this trust with our customers?
Well, this is a address to all our employees. So first of all, thanks for doing great job, Swati and Ashish, in putting this together. So one message to all our employees is that this is a very special bank in the making. So just remember, every one of you, that you're not working in a bank. That if a bank has been around for 30, 40, 50 years, then you're working in one. Here is a new bank, you're making one. So make it really special. And you'll make it really special when customers experience you in a very special way. So that's very important. That's a fetish for all of us. We believe that we want to earn the goodwill and blessings of all our customers, and that can be done only when we have great culture, where we feel within, great systems, great technology, great processes, and let me say constant learning.
Yes, perfect. Today has been a very, very insightful session, and I really want to thank you.
Thank
and I think thank you from my side and Ashish's side. I think we're honored to be part of the first session of CEO's Compass.
Thank
so
you
thank you so much.
So this is CEO's Compass, okay?
Yes.
I can call it VV's Compass or CEO's Compass, is fine with me. But I can just say that since you said this is a customer month, sometimes these kind of events of they call it October is a customer month. Is it October?
Yes. So 1st October, we have the global.
1st October.
Yes.
Sometimes these things help to give some attention and focus to it. But frankly, for our bank, we don't want to run a customer week or a customer day or a customer month. Every day is customer day.
Wow. So that's wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. And to all of us, employees and colleagues and friends joining the program, I want to just say that this is a very special bank. Please make it, we're trying to make a very special bank. Please put your shoulder behind it. Thank you.
So as we've heard today, that building the world's most customer-friendly bank requires a collective effort from each and every one of us, be it our people or our systems, our self-service applications, or the way we interact with our customers every single day. I hope that today's conversation has sparked an inspiration in each and every one of us, so that we continue driving towards this mission and embedding it into our DNA and into everything that we do. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining us today for our very first session of CEO's Compass. And there's a lot more to come, so stay tuned for more.